All right, this is Tyler Toby Townsend. This is Psychotic Strength. I'm here with.
Jasper Haney.
All right, so today is what is today's date? The 2nd of April.
Yes.
Let me put this on silent real quick. So it's the 2nd of April. What we'll go right into just gym updates. Gym for me. Had a competition 2 weeks ago. Made it to nationals. I'm starting to train for that as of Monday. I'm going real hard. I even put out a little. Anybody want to lift? Mostly just an accountability partner, right? Because if I show up, I do great. But showing up's the hard part.
Making it there.
Yeah.
Do you know what the events are yet for nationals?
Yeah. They're crazy.
They're in like September or something, right?
No, these are in June.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's soon.
Are you going?
Not for this. I just have the rainier that I was going to do next.
Oh, nice.
And then like trying to avoid travel the rest of the year because I don't want to travel.
You don't want to travel?
No, not really. It's not a huge fan.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan either. I mean, I'll drive usually, but this
Yeah.
one's in Dallas, so
It'll
it
be
is
cool.
what it is. I haven't heard of a couple of these events, so I'll try and look them up
Yeah.
while we're talking and see if you know what the fuck these are, because I don't get it, dude. But anyway, so gym update's going well. My shoulder's still fucked, but apparently I've just been pounding ibuprofen. And that's actually making the swelling go down.
I had knee garbage.
Knee garbage?
And I thought I try to avoid ibuprofen like NSAIDs, but then the doctor was like, oh yeah, just take like 2 to 3 a day.
Yeah.
Which seemed like a little bit much to me. But since they said it, I was like, okay, yeah, apparently that is legit.
If he just gives you permission, right?
Yeah, because I was under the impression that like they weren't great for your liver or kidneys or whatever.
Yeah.
But he seemed to think that was silly. So.
I'm sick of being in pain,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, dude. Fuck it.
Not hurting is much better.
Because that's what I was doing. So I gave it like a month and a half of just untouching, right? Like just trying to let it heal. It didn't, like at all. And so I was getting fucking mad. And then, Strongman, and then it just kept getting worse. So what I did, I'm a jackass, right? So I'm in class. I'm coaching it's like 13 people,
Yeah.
right? And it used to be a CrossFit gym, so now he's restructuring it. It's not CrossFit, and he wanted a strength side.
Yeah.
So now I'm coaching like 13 people all at once.
Is this Milltown, right?
It was
Do they
Milltown
not-
CrossFit.
Yeah, did they not do the CrossFit now?
No.
Wow.
So
holy shit.
Chris, I don't know if
Yeah.
you know Chris, right? Chris
Yeah.
Tillers, he owned the combat side. He owns the whole thing now.
Okay.
So it's actually pretty cool. So I'm coaching these guys for strength, and it's just weird because it's all all at once. So I'm walking around trying to make sure everyone's not dying. I had my first injury last week.
Dude, stressful.
Someone tore a pec in the middle of an entire tear.
What were they benching?
Well, it was his max, but he's also 50-ish.
Oh.
Right? So
Okay.
I haven't coached for a long time. I've been coached for 3 years, right?
Yeah.
But it's usually individual, and so this class setting's weird. I never coached anybody over 50.
But I would never think this 50-year-old man's about to tear his pec on bench. That's really hard to do.
Right. So I do the 5-3-1.
Yeah.
Right. So it's an easy way to just train across the board. And so this guy is benching, and his son is spotting him. His son's like 20, so it's not crazy, right? But his son's spotting him, and I'm standing there watching because I also get uncomfortable when people are going for PRs and I'm not spotting him, right? But so it's his son. That's fine. He wants him to spot him. So he goes up. Or he goes down, he comes halfway back up, and then just drops one side. Luckily, he still had the other side, or it would have came down on his neck. But we ran over there, we grabbed it, we took it off him, and you can just see
something's
his
wrong
whole
here.
pec is rolled all in, dude. It was fucking nasty. It was
I've never heard of an old person like that tearing usually it's a couple fibers of it or something.
right.
That's impressive.
It is progressive. So the guy's pushing himself. He was doing great. The hard part was his squat and deadlift aren't very good. His bench was better than his son's.
So that's what he enjoys.
So it's what he was pushing,
Yeah.
because he had to be better than his son at least a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But it was fucking nasty. We're still trying to figure out if he's getting surgery or not. So we'll
Yeah.
see. But it was my first injury in class, man. I think it's been 8 months. So it's not bad.
Yeah. It'll happen, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so check this out. I pulled this up.
Yeah.
No, this isn't right, is it? This is Yeah, United States Strongman Nationals, USS.
Yep.
This is the one in Dallas. Okay, so I don't know what one of these was, and I'd love a fucking second opinion. So for all events, blah blah blah. Okay, axle clean and press, pretty fucking thing, normal. Then we got wagon wheel, 13-inch axle, deadlift for reps. That's fine. What was the thing? This Giants Revis sandbag drag. This fucking thing. So, okay, we have made a giant single sandbag.
Somebody told me about that. It might have been Zach that I was talking to.
Right, so it's giant, right? For the weight 350, it'll be 6 feet long. But anything over 400 will be a 12-foot long sandbag.
Yeah, so
Jesus Christ.
Somebody told me about that. Yeah, I assume it's like a chain of sandbags, right?
Yeah.
Like somehow they connected.
They just made a giant one, I guess. Like a big giant worm, I'm thinking. You got to drag it somehow.
That sucks.
It's going to be terrible. And it's going to be like twice as long. It's going to be more drag. Fuck.
And yeah, since it's heavy, like the dungeon has like a big anchor chain.
Yeah.
And just holding it sucks. Like since there's so much weight in the air, like you have it pulling down on you, and like it's not as easy as just pulling a sled of the same weight.
Right. It's not at all.
Super uncomfy. So if you're holding onto a bag, were you like grabbing it like this?
I'm assuming, or
And,
maybe
like,
like trying to
around
get it over your shoulder and pulling it. I can't figure it out.
I've never seen that event. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm excited for it, but it's like 600 pounds. I think is my weight. So what's a Max Sticks and Stone Texas coin hold?
What?
I don't know.
Oh, I think it's a coin.
I'm wondering, is it the grip
coin
thing?
I think so.
Where you're holding the coin in there, spotter load. But why do you need spotter loaders?
Yeah, what?
Will hand athlete the implement. Arms will be extended and locked out in front. Hands underneath implement.
Oh, I think Jeff has one, actually. I think so. Jeff is having some stuff made from this guy down south, Ellis, I think. And yeah, it looks like what he has is just a coin-looking thing that you can load the top. And I think you're holding it like this. So like kind of a plate, but you're going to load it. I don't know how you're going to do max on that, because you're going to like, they put weight in. And
Max Sticks and Stone Texas coin hold. Yeah, so
That's
how
strange.
would that work? So
Yeah.
I guess just for time? Once fully extended,
that would make
the
more
time
sense.
will start. Max
Okay.
max hold.
Okay, that makes
for
more
time.
sense.
Okay.
Yeah. I was
Okay,
thinking-
thank you for letting me know, because I don't know. Wait,
I was thinking they're changing the weight, and I was like, that's bizarre.
athlete's back will be against the pillar,
Yep.
but if butt and shoulders come off the pillar at any time, time will
Yeah,
stop.
that's how people cheat it. They like get the back on and kind of slouch down, and kind of get their butt out a little bit.
Interesting.
That's the way to cheat that event.
Okay, thank you. And then Cerberus Strength USA 5-level ladder deadlift. That's
cool.
That's what I did last time too. Dude, I loved that event because I got to say people were not expecting much out of me.
For the deadlift ladder?
Yeah, well, because you got to
That sounds
understand, like, super heavies went, and then the super heavies went, and I go after them.
Oh, you had that at Oregon, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So so this fucking dudes are huge, 6'4" fucking just monsters, and then I came up and I'm like 5'8", and we're like, what the fuck?
What's
And
this
I
guy
just
gonna do?
zeroed the log like completely.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure they weren't expecting much, and it was me and one other dude that completed it.
It wasn't up to 7?
Yeah, it was 625, 650, 675, and 7. I was like, God damn, that's a lot.
That's heavy enough. That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I want to say Joey was saying his was like so light that it was just like sprint through it.
Right.
It's that kind of lame for a log, for a deadlift ladder. But like getting up heavy is like, okay, some people are going to miss.
Yeah, well, so that's the thing, too, is that the weight I was supposed to be at was 250 to like 275. And the weights there, like, I was like, that's weak shit.
Yeah. What was
It was a lot lighter. I think the top was like 550.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be super excited for that.
It wasn't fun, right? Like, I would have just, same thing with Joey, I would have just had to run.
Yeah.
And
How
try to
fast
get
can you
as
sprint
fast as
between
I can.
bars and set them down?
Right, and so I feel like there's a lot of these strongman events are turning into either like, it's like 1 or 2 people get up the weight.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a strength strongman event is what I call them. Or like a CrossFit strongman event where it's like, you got to run.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of running.
No. Like, that's like just weird weight choice on the promoter. And when you see it, that's like, yeah, Dang it.
Yeah.
That's not what I was going for.
Well, so Andrew Letty, I've done a couple of his competitions, and he does pretty good.
Yeah.
We did have one event a couple of years ago. Do you know Josh Hatfield?
Oh, yeah, he's one of my favorite people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Josh.
him. Well, it was me and him going super heavies. It was just me versus him.
Oh.
And I mean, he knew he was gonna. I knew he was gonna beat me.
He's very good.
He's strong as fuck, man. So the only thing I beat him at was the deadlift, and it was a car deadlift. So he did like 3.
Yeah.
I don't think he thought I'd get it up once. And then I did 8 just to prove a point, you know? It's like, fucking, you better try.
You had to have watched him and be like, God damn it.
Yeah. You could see it on his face. Because I'm staring at him the whole time, you know? Like, you underestimated me, fucker. But
that's cool as hell.
He still crushed me at everything else.
He's been like the person, like, when I started competing, he was like the big dude. And so, like, the whole time, I've been competing, wanted to beat him.
Yeah.
And, like, been trying to chase him.
I think there's a lot of people who wanted to chase him.
Yes. Yeah, he's like he's like the strong guy in the area. And so, like, everybody knows him, really cool guy. And so, when you get a chance to, like, compete with him or do anything.
You know he's gone, right?
Yeah, he's in, like, fucking Texas now. Super lame.
Or I think it's Nashville. Tennessee.
He moved to Texas, too. So
really?
He went to Tennessee and then moved to Texas. I was like, Damn it. So, he's training there with Taylor Goen in, I think, Battle Axe gym. Really cool gym. So it's probably good for him there. But God damn it, lame to have him gotten out of here.
And he's a big fuck too. And you know, I want to have a conversation with Willie and fucking what's her name doing NAS, Dion.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering how you feel about this. I'm frustrated that when we get to super heavies, they also up the height of the, like if you're doing stone over bar.
Oh,
what the fuck? I'm 5'8", and it went up 56 inches. So I'm like, that's like almost as tall as me. I have to catch everything and shove it over.
I have to like get on your chest and push up.
Right, like I don't understand. I can pick up the 350-pound stone.
Yeah.
But I feel like there should be like maybe nipple height or some shit on everybody.
Yeah,
right?
that'd
like,
be sweet.
It'd be something, man. Because I get like these tall fucks. Like you can throw that shit over.
It'd be kind of me standing up and. Yeah,
right.
Not terrible.
Right. But so that's the thing is like you even get into like worlds and shit. Some of this shit I wouldn't be able to reach.
Yeah, and like the standard, if a heavy stone standard is kind of 48 or 50 inches, 56 is pretty tall.
Yeah.
But then and like if you have to do like a stone run on like one of the big platform ones, my God, that would be such a pain.
Yeah.
With like the light one that goes like the higher platform.
Yeah.
Usually it's really tall, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah, pain in the ass.
All right.
It'd be really cool to do a stone run though, but that makes it difficult.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like then you're just going off the biggest human.
Yeah.
You know,
it's totally a height contest then.
Yeah, if I can pick it up, then what the fuck? Like lower that shit down a minute.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah, like we had I was training for max sandbag over 48 inches, and they got to the contest and realized it was 52, and that made a pretty big difference for me. But if you're the other guys there, like 6'6" or so, and so they could get it over like just by standing up, and so I was all the way extended, like about to fall backwards, like an asshole.
How tall are you?
6'2" on a good day, but probably 6'1".
6'1".
Probably 6'1".
Yeah. Well, that's still pretty good, man. You got me by a couple inches. That's for damn sure.
Helps the moving and stuff.
You're a whole penis taller than me. Anyways, So okay. So how's your training been going?
It's going good now.
Now? Okay. What happened?
I had a contest in December, ASM. My knees were absolutely garbage going into it and afterwards for probably 2 months or so until maybe February. And so like I can squat now. I can squat down body weight. And like it's getting better. More good weeks than bad weeks now. And like Sam, the guy that coaches me, one of his things is just sit in a squat, in a bodyweight squat for 5 minutes or so. And so like at first I'd been doing it, and then the knees just hurt so fucking bad. I couldn't do it. And so I got back to be able to do it, and it was like 15 to 10 seconds at a time, and I have to stand back up because it hurt. But yeah, now it's kind of forcing that is a heck of a lot better, and I can do decent squat now. So hopefully momentum going into Rainier in July. So it should be decent.
Good.
Do you know? Are you doing Rainier by chance?
I think I might go and watch.
Okay.
At least I don't know if I will. Like, because I got nationals. So I got Nationals the 3rd of June, and then I'm
Oh,
doing
it'll be at the same time.
the one at Hardcore
Oh yeah. Oh, I think Joni's doing that one.
on the 26th. Yeah,
Yeah. So
man.
and it's on a Sunday too, so I don't have to take work off for it. So that's sweet.
Nice, yeah.
But yeah, we'll be there.
What do you do?
I work it's lab service. It works maintenance tech for like semiconductor equipment. So it's like glorified mechanic.
Okay.
And we work. So they run 24/7. And so we work compressed shifts of 12 hours. So when you asked to do this, I was like, I don't know what day I'm going to have off because it's like each week shifts one day. It's not the weekend usually. So like this is my Saturday today on Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's either 3 or 4 day weeks. The long week is really nice because 4 days off in a row is really nice.
Yeah.
But then the 4 day work weeks do get a little bit long with like the hour commute there and then 12 and a half hours, hour commute home.
Hour commute? Where are you working?
It's in Tualatin.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a drive. But once you're there, you're there, so it's not too bad. And that's why I have the garage set up like pretty well. So I don't go anywhere after work. I just go to the garage. I don't have to the fastest way to do it is so I can be home and do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen your guys' setup in there. It's real nice.
Joni started with a couple of weightlifting platforms and stuff, and I've kind of overtaken it and just bought stuff and filled it in as I went. So I'd like to be able to do everything there that I need to. And like for the Rainier, still a couple things I need to get. Like, need to find a keg to fill up because they have one of the events is a keg overhead press, but the way Lucas has it set up is they're filling it with water and lead, and you can only keep hands on the same side, so it's kind of a wobbly thing.
Why is it hands on the same side?
Just to make it a pain in the ass. Just to make it hard. So yeah, gonna try to find that. Gonna try to find stone to get. Have like a 22-inch stone, so like 410, 420 or so in my garage.
Wow.
That's not. I don't really want to warm up with that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to find one of those.
Jeff sells them usually.
I've been meaning to bug him. He's been making a ton.
Yeah.
He's like the stone person of Oregon.
Did you see the weighted one he put?
Zach's?
Yeah.
Zach's getting a 500 stone made.
Jesus.
Very cool.
Yeah, man.
And like, there's a chance I think he could be good for it at the Rainier. So I met Zach at Oregon last year. Very cool guy. One of my favorite people in the sport. And like, I don't talk to people, but he's like one of the only people I talk to like regularly. So he's come to Rainier this year. Super excited to compete with him again. And I think we have a max stone. There's a few guys that I think will be good for 500. So I'd like to see that. That'd be cool. I'd like to get up there.
How wide is that though?
Oh, it's a 22-inch. And it's a real pain in the ass because of it. Like 21-inch is kind of comfy. That's what you'd see like that. Tom Stoltman's record I think was on a 21-inch.
Wow.
And then once you get bigger, it's just a pain in the ass to get your arms around.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes a 22-inch like 400 way different than a 20 is 400.
Yeah. Well, so the thing too, like this 350-pound stone.
Yeah.
It was huge.
Yeah,
and I mean I'm 5'8", so it's not easy for me. You know, I started tearing my bicep. I could feel it. And so I just put it down. I was like, fuck this. Yeah, I needed 7 to beat Zach, and I was like, nah.
Yes.
I'm good.
Very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, short arms don't really help with stone much at all.
It doesn't.
Long, lanky arms.
I did a 400-pound stone at Dungeon one time.
Yeah.
And I really just looked like I was having sex with it.
Trying to hump it up on the platform.
Humping it on the platform like I can't get my arms around. And it was funny as hell to watch. But even I was laughing after. But
for having short arms, that is a really heavy stone.
Yeah, well, I couldn't
really
get it up, so don't worry about it.
Okay,
I couldn't even get it off.
Okay,
because even closed, I'm like a good 12 inches apart.
Yeah.
So there was like I'd have to bicep that thing up.
Yeah, and that's I only really like to train stones with tacky because I think that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
I do not want to torn bicep, and like if you don't have tacky, you have to like pull it in with your arms.
Yeah.
And so that's spooky. So.
Yeah, even with tacky, that 350 was still a little wide for me.
Yes.
I don't know why it was so, like it seemed unusually large.
It could have been a bigger one that they have like styrofoam in or some shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was just not a good one.
Yeah, it sucked a lot, but it was fun, man. It was a good experience, though.
Yeah.
So when's your next one? You're waiting till July?
Yeah, July 8th.
July 8th.
And so, yeah, the events seem pretty cool. There's most of them I've never seen before. Like So Lucas is doing all these. I guess was doing the events for it, and so he threw some odd ones in for us. Like we have 40 cals on an assault bike, and then a max sandbag carry distance wise. So yeah, so we have 90 seconds for the event, and you do 40 cals on the assault bike, and then pick up a 350 sandbag and go for as far as you can before the end of that 90 seconds. That's gonna be real rough.
Why is he CrossFitting?
Because I think he hates us.
Sounds like it.
That was absolutely screw with us. So it'll be super cool to see like how people do on that. Because way different than normal.
Well, 40 calories, that's not a lot, right?
It's I think you'll probably get done in under a minute, like 45 seconds or so. But then trying to catch your breath after that, while having the 350 sandbag on your chest, not super good.
Yeah.
And I think he like wrote in like you can't have it vertical or something. It'll be really rough.
What?
So he wants you to hold it long ways, so it sucks more.
So he's making it as hard as possible.
A real shitty event.
Oh man.
And yes, we have, and then the sandbag toss, pretty cool. Like usually you just have like sandbag toss over a bar for time or whatever. This one you have set time, and they're putting lines at 5, 10, and 15 feet. And each line is worth a different amount of points. So 1 point, 2 point, 3 point for 15 feet away.
Wow.
So it's over back and forth as many times as you can, and then you add up the points at the end, depending on what distance you threw from.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool because 50 feet is kind of far, so you'll probably not be able to do that the whole time. It'll be cool.
You maybe get like 1 or 2?
Yeah, it'll be pretty cool to game that one.
How much is the weight you're throwing?
45, so it's doable. It's not super heavy. So it's pretty standard weight. Maybe a little bit light for us. But since 50 feet's really fucking far, so
Yeah.
I don't know. That'll be a little bit hard towards the end.
Yeah.
And then deadlift. My favorite deadlift setup for an event is max reps at 700, which will be very fun.
Yeah. Well, how many do you think you can get with that?
I think I'll do 10 or so, 10 or
Jesus.
more, is what I'd shoot for.
Yeah.
Like I've done 9 or 10 in training, and like that's what I'm like particularly decent at is moderate weight reps. So I'd like to do something cool there. I think it'd be very fun because that's where my hamstring doesn't tear. So it's like a try.
Yeah. You got a hamstring tear?
Yeah, constant. So we
Shit.
probably 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, I tore my right hamstring right before nationals.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And like that, the tear itself feels pretty fast, but since then I've had like constant tendon pain like right below my ass when weights are heavy. So that like I've lost so many points on things because of it, and it's the most frustrating thing in training. So that's still going on, but then probably 6 months ago or so, I tore my left hamstring. Which that was totally fine. I don't even notice it's there anymore.
Wow.
But yeah, it happens. So.
Yeah, I tore. So I coach girls soccer as well.
Really?
Yeah. So I played soccer for like 12 years. Yeah, I know.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't seem like I'm a big dude, but
this is a very different sport.
Right. So I love it. It's actually one of my favorite sports, right, to play. I love it. So I coached my son and my daughter's team, and I'm coaching these girls, and their cardio's not where I want it. So I'm like, all right, here's the deal.
I'm just gonna run.
I'll race you from this side of the field to this side of the field. They're 10-year-olds, right? So I'm like, if I win, you're doing doubles every day for a week. If I lose, you don't got to do any. Right?
This is like the standard story of this is how I got hurt.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. 10-year-old girls, right? So we start going. And I'm like going, I want to say 80%. I look over and this little girl's keeping stride. And I'm like, son of a bitch. And so I push it all the way and then snap. My hamstring goes. And I'm just like, like I barely make it even to the line.
Yeah.
And they win. All of them won. Not just one, all of them. And I'm like, son of a bitch. And like, I'm so mad. And this little girl comes up and she's like, you let us win, didn't you? I'm like, I don't do that. I don't care how old you are. I'm going to win.
There's no mercy otherwise.
There's no mercy anywhere for anyone. I will win. So no, I did not. Oh, you just didn't want us to run. I'm like, I wanted you to run. I was so confident that that's why I put it there.
Yeah.
But like, how are you supposed to judge one of those, right? Like, have you think about it, right? When's the last time you went all out on a full sprint?
I'd be almost scared to right now.
Right.
I don't know when the last time.
So like, because I can run, right? We're playing soccer. I do it all the time. But like, full out, like I haven't done that in 20 years probably.
I didn't warm up for this sprint and then got hurt is like the most standard thing ever.
Yeah.
Because
I couldn't walk for like a week. Like I was like limping. Like it was a nice sized tear, dude. It was bad.
Gross.
It took probably a month and a half to heal.
Yeah.
So bad, dude.
Ew.
Yeah.
I feel real dumb for a month and a half.
Yeah, I felt really stupid. I got my ass whipped by some 10-year-olds. And so the girls were first. I was also going to race the boys and say the same thing.
Yeah.
They were like 14-year-olds.
Oh, that'd be kind of fast.
That's what I'm saying. So like I knew I'd beat the 10-year-olds.
Yeah, they're the warm-up.
Right. But then like the 14-year-olds, I was a little concerned, right?
Yeah.
But there was this kid on the team, Landon, who's also in he's in what is it fucking called? The running shit. Track.
Oh, track, yeah.
Yeah, he's in track. And he's pretty fast.
He sprints for a sport.
Right. So I was going to tell them whoever didn't,
Yeah.
right? Because he obviously doesn't need to run extra, right? But the kids who I do beat should.
Yeah.
Anyways, but we didn't make it that far.
That sucks.
No, man, but I love it. So that's the thing, too. So this year I'm only coaching the girls, not the boys, because 14-year-old boys are assholes. I'm going to be honest with you, dude. So the hard part was I got kind of the extras in this weight class, in this age bracket.
Yeah.
So it was 14-year-olds to 12-year-olds. You're a dude. I'm sure you understand the vast difference
Between
as you
12 and
hit
14.
puberty. Yeah, like
those are different humans almost.
right, dude. 14-year-olds can kick it halfway down the field. 12-year-olds cannot.
Yeah.
It does not matter how fucking strong they are.
So do they compete with each other in like?
So that was my team.
How does playing each other go then?
Well, so
You're
this
like,
is
you're just bad still. Because
this is the bullshit.
physically.
So I had two 14-year-olds, two 13-year-olds, and the rest were 12. And I'm competing against 15, 16-year-olds. So we got our ass
That would
whooped
be like demoralizing
every
for kids.
week. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So now I have already asshole little 14-year-old boys, right? 14 to 12-year-olds. And then we're getting our ass whooped every fucking week. So they're just becoming more and more bitter. They're showing up to practice less. They're being bigger assholes when they do. And it was just, I hated it.
Yeah,
But there's nothing we could do.
Because there's like only so many people. Well, are there no like U12 teams or whatever?
Well, so there is, but the problem is COVID, I guess, had ruined just this age bracket for this entire league.
That sucks.
It was already going to be kind of sparse.
Yeah.
But then COVID hit, and now nobody plays. Well, for 2 years, we weren't allowed.
Oh, yeah. So that really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
those kids who were transitioning from, like, U12 is like children's soccer.
Yes.
And then over 12, which is now what I'm coaching,
Yeah.
is a different league.
And so they have like zero experience going from.
Yeah, so none of them wanted to do it.
Man,
so
that
it
sucks
was,
for them.
It was terrible. And but that's the thing. I mean, nobody wants to get their teeth kicked in every week.
Yeah.
So they asked me if I wanted to coach the boys again, and I'm like, all right, well, so in an email, I'm like, yeah, if you fucking fix this and this and this, you sons of bitches. Like, I'm so
serious?
fucking mad.
Oh,
and
my
then
God.
I got a call from the guy. He's like, I think it'd be better if you didn't coach the boys this year. I'm like, well, if you promise you can fix it. And then he explained everything, and I get it, but like, still, I feel bad for my son's still playing.
Is he that team?
He's on that team. He has to be.
Oh, damn.
It's the age.
That sucks.
Yeah. Well, this
So he's
time
just-
it got a bunch of different players, right? Because I can see the roster.
Yeah.
And it's like half and half this year,
Yeah.
but it's still a 3-year split.
Yeah.
Versus everyone else is doing 2.
Uh,
So it's still 13, 14, and 15-year-olds,
and,
where like the
Jeez.
other teams are 15, 16, 16, 17.
so they just have to wait until they get there and.
Well, no, this is the group he's in with.
Damn.
Yeah.
That'd be super unfortunate.
Well, it's just the amount of kids he has for that age.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah. Man, that would make me just not enjoy that sport.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, and he also was supposed to play for his school.
Yeah.
And his grades were garbage. Garbage. He's 14-year-old. He's fucking a freshman. He thinks he's like super cool, but he's
Sick.
not. Well, so the other hard part is, okay, so my ex-wife is Hispanic,
Oh.
right? So he's half Hispanic. So he's hanging out with like these Mexican kids, and now he thinks he's like a cholo or whatever,
one of the cool
right?
guys
He's
now?
a gangster. He's throwing little finger signs. I'm like, I will slap all of you in a row. Like, stooges, dude. Like, I don't know what to have. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
He's one of the cool guys now.
Yeah, he thinks he is, at least. He's got have you seen the Edgar haircut? You seen these like Hispanic kids that look like a fucking mushroom?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
So that's what he's got. I was so mad. I took him to get his haircut yesterday, and he's like, well, I just want like a low taper and then cut off the bangs a little. And I'm like, you're going to chop that fucking mushroom off your head, goddammit. So he just got a smaller mushroom is what he's got now.
That's hilarious. So, yeah, now's the time when, like, you have to deal with all that stuff, right?
Yeah. I fucking hate it, dude. I don't know what to do because, I mean, he's been acting out a lot. Well, so we just got a divorce in like September, right?
Yeah.
So that shit's going on. He's also a freshman in high school. He's trying to figure out where the fuck he's at.
Yeah, he's, like, going through everything.
It's
like,
it's a lot.
Yeah.
Puberty.
What's up with my
going through that
emotions?
shit. He had a long-term girlfriend of like 3 months for a little while there, and yeah, it was not good. She went to a different school. He now understands why I say women are bullshit.
Oh my god!
Come on, I'm a bit bitter. I just went through a divorce, all right. So, but no, I mean, so I met you through competing, really, but I met you through Joni.
Yeah, because you guys knew each other through CrossFit, right?
Well, so she did CrossFit and I did combat.
Yeah,
and then my kids were in the combat side too, so I met her there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, I met her a long time ago, and we were talking forever.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And like, it's cool. Yeah, really happy with them and like the whole setup we have there. Like the boys are cool. Very happy to have moved down, and way better than living up north and driving down. That sucked.
Yeah. So where were you living?
I lived in Auburn. Auburn, like up just north of Tacoma.
And you drove to Tualatin?
Oh no, fuck! No, I've not worked down here yet.
I was like, son of a bitch.
No, so I worked at Genie as a manufacturing engineer, like Genie, like citrus lifts and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, that job was not what I thought it was. Really sucked. Looking back, that company's not great.
Yeah. You got to have a few of those, man.
Yeah, it was like the first job out of school, and so got that. What I thought a manufacturing engineer was not that. Turned into just like running around line calls all day. Like just fixing broken shit on the assembly lines. That would be more process improvement, like
as fast as you could, right? Because they got to get their shit back going.
Yeah, so everything's on a timer, and there's a moving assembly line. So like when shit's broken, the assembly line stops and everybody looks at you, and they're like,
just staring at you.
Yeah, they're like, this needs to be fixed like right now. There's a time that's timing how long it's broken. So
Jeez.
And there's probably three. Yeah, I think 3 lines that supported. And so it was like, you had a radio, you get a call, and you run between them all day. This hot-ass, dirty manufacturing area.
Yeah.
And so, that like, I'd have like nightmares about getting calls on the radio.
Oh,
So, it ended up, found this position through like a friend of hers, through weightlifting.
Cool.
Yeah, so much more happy to move down here. It's like actual, like, more what I thought I'd be doing.
Yeah.
So it's pretty neat. Yeah, very happy to move down.
How old are you?
28.
28.
Yeah.
God damn it. That always pisses me off, dude. Like, I'm like, you're stronger than me, but I think we can like work this out, but you're also younger than me. I'm like, God damn it. That's all right.
I'm getting up there, I think. Like, not the youngest person in all the contests still.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still have a ways to compete, so
yeah.
Probably another 10 years or so.
Well, and then you still got to get your old man strength.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for mine, dude.
Hopefully that comes sometime.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I hear on like 35. You just get stronger for some reason.
Like, God. Yeah, like Tyler Cotton had a kid and then came to ASM and did like a 460 log. And I was like, that's dad strength.
Yeah, it's dad strength now, yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely killed it there. So it's cool to watch.
So how's it dealing with kids and shit?
Oh, they're pretty cool, actually.
Are they?
They're entertaining. Yeah, like I try to go to, like, they do baseball, and that's like kind of their sport. So I try to go to as many baseball practices and stuff as I can. And then like games, I work Saturdays, and like I don't get home until 8 or so.
Yeah.
And so like if I can make it, I try to.
Yeah.
But if I'm working, I can't do shit.
Right, of course, yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty fun. Enjoy it very much.
Yeah? That's cool, dude.
Yeah, so it's not too bad.
It's a little hard sometimes, you know. I mean,
There's definitely more shit to do. That is for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Have you gotten to the point where you're just like, never thought I'd have to tell someone to do that?
Oh, I feel so bad like telling him to do anything. So, like, Joni, can you help?
No. I've had them, right? So I had my first one. He was born 2 months after I turned 18.
Oh,
so,
that was
like,
stressful.
I've been a
Oh my
dad
God.
a long fucking time, dude.
Oh.
So like I will tell someone else's children in a supermarket what to do. You know,
that was
like,
the opposite of me.
Do you need me to beat this kid's ass for you or what?
Oh my God, I'd be so awkward and like so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, no chance.
Yeah, that'd be hard, man. That'd be hard. But I don't know, dude. It's interesting, you know, stepping into that role and kind of handling that.
Yeah, it was like, I was like, I hope they don't hate me. Like, how do I just make sure they don't hate me?
Yeah, there's no way to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know. Like they seem like cool kids, you know. But I was an only child, and it was just me and my mom.
Yeah, same.
So like she dated,
Yeah.
right? And I always kind of hated them. You know what I mean? Like there's no stopping it. Some of them were cool, right? But which I'm sure you're the cool dude. You seem like a cool guy, but you still always have that little bit of, you know, animosity or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
hopefully I make them like me and like a positive thing in their life.
Right.
But
right.
yeah,
It would also be hard to talk shit to you. You're gigantic.
But yeah, like my mom was the same thing. Or
Yeah.
growing up, a single child or only child, then mom was single.
Yeah.
And so then they separated when I was 2 or so, something like that.
Yeah.
So just go back and forth and like do that whole thing. But yeah,
Yeah, that's cool. You know,
fun.
it's hard because there's a lot of that, especially in our generation, I guess.
Yeah.
But like that kind of generation, and I think it actually makes pretty damn decent men. You know, you treat women really well.
Because that's like the person in your life that like
Right.
is there.
And she's the
Yeah.
one teaching you shit, right? Like,
Yeah.
so my mom was always like, you need to learn how to cook. You need to learn how to clean. You need to learn how to do all this shit because, like, don't expect someone to do it for you. And, like,
Yeah.
you know, it's interesting.
Yeah, like I think I said something stupid one time, and it's like she ended up like having me like bake a cake as like a punishment. I said something dumb, like I would have said something fucking stupid,
Right.
And she was like, "You know what? You're gonna bake a cake now." That kind of thing.
That's cool.
Yeah, learn stuff. It's
Yeah.
not too bad.
Well, it's also weird, too, because, like, I never got spanked or nothing from my mom.
Oh,
You
really?
know what I mean? Like, she just didn't do it. She
Yeah.
didn't believe in it, right? She's a bit of a hippie
Oh.
and a hippie feminist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude.
Where'd you grow up?
I
was
grew up
it
in
around
Los
here?
Angeles,
Oh,
and then I
okay.
moved up here for high school. So a bit of half and half.
Yeah. Oh wow. So you moved states in between.
Oh, yeah. Well, I also got expelled from almost every school I went to. So,
What?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, what did you? Oh
Yeah.
shit.
I was kind of a piece of shit for a long time.
Oh.
But it is what it is, man. Well, and that's the thing, too. So either expelled or, like, I had a single mom. She's, like, chasing jobs, right? Working 2 jobs to keep shit on the table in L.A.
Yeah.
Like, it's expensive. So, like, we'd move, like, almost every year.
Yeah.
So I'm either expelled or switching schools anyways.
Yeah. You're like, oh fuck, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Yeah.
It really does turn you into a piece of shit, to be honest with you, because, well, you get to the point where, like, I don't even want to make new friends.
Because you're just gonna have to fucking leave anyway soon.
Right. Like, fuck it, right? So I'd rather these people, if they're not going to pick on me, because I don't want them to do that.
Yeah.
I'd rather them hate me,
Yeah.
like, because I chose that they hate me. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And be the new kid and then have them hate me because of that.
Give you a reason.
Right. Yeah, that's what I turned into for a long time. And then I moved up here. The longest I went to school here was 2 years at one school.
Damn.
Yeah.
I could never really change schools. Like, kind of just grew up in the same spot in Tacoma.
Nice.
And then we moved we lost our house once. That was sweet.
Yeah.
So ended up moved a couple times, but still stayed in the same school district. That does not sound fun having to make new friends and shit.
Oh yeah, it sucked, but it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing too. You learn so much in life. You know,
Yeah.
she was always, having the single mother. I'm sure you get it, right? They always feel kind of like they failed you or whatever, right? Like,
Yeah.
and just you gotta understand how much you gave me.
Yeah.
You know,
how much time and effort was put in.
right?
Yeah, and we ended up get along a lot better now. And so after I graduated college, moved back here into Redmond for Jeannie, and then we ended up buying a house together in Auburn. The house, yeah, the house I was in before I moved down here, like, I didn't have shit for down payment money, obviously, because I was 23, just graduated. And so, yeah, we went in together to buy a house, and then moved down here and sold that house. But yeah,
wait, who are you talking about?
Oh, my mom.
Oh, your mom.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, moved back, and then, like, we did that whole thing, and, like, we get along a lot better now.
Yeah.
And so that worked out okay.
Yeah, it definitely, we butted heads a lot, especially in high school and shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty bad, but we get along pretty, it's okay now.
Yeah.
Right? So she lives in Ocean Shores.
Oh, cool.
But she comes down, like, she's been here for a week already. She'll be here for another week. And I'm like, ugh. So she works here.
Yeah.
Right? But she works remote. And so she can work in over there in Ocean Shores.
Yeah.
But then she has, like, appointments where she's a bookkeeper, an accountant, and all that other shit. So she, like, has to teach clients how to use the programs that they're using to make her job
sounds
easier.
so annoying.
It's terrible, but so she has to come down here for like a week at a time, and she'll schedule them all.
Yeah.
And she'll just do that for like a fucking week, and it's stressful.
Yeah, it seems pretty cool to be able to just, like, dodge out and go to Ocean Shores, though, when it's not that.
Right. Well, we got her. So I do real estate, right?
Yeah.
So I got her a condo. It's like the second floor, and it overlooks the fucking jetty. It's nice, bro. So she put all her shit right there. She's just looking at the ocean all day.
That's cool as hell.
Yeah.
Like, being able to, I never thought of, like, being able to work from home, or, like, that was ever an option when I, like, graduate school.
Yeah.
But man, I've seen some people's setups are pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
Like, one guy I met, he taught a class at work, and, like, he was teaching the class from a boat in some port, or some harbor, like, just below the Canadian border. And that's where he works from, is this fucking boat. So that's pretty cool. And then, like, another guy, he came to help in the lab once. And, like, he has a ranch in Texas, and he lives there and works out of there, and then sometimes goes other places to, like, help out if needed physically. Wow. And so, yeah, it'd be cool to be in a position like that of be able to, like, work from home, just be wherever.
Yeah.
It'd be cool eventually.
I don't know if I would have been able to do it in my 20s, you know, because it's just, I just needed to do things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so that's how I ended up, like, doing what I do.
Yeah.
Because, like, man, at a desk, I just fall asleep.
Oh, yeah.
So I need something physically to do. And, like, this current job, like, there's some desk work, but, like, most of it's going and physically doing things and, like, being busy and stressed out all day. So it's way better than just doing paperwork currently.
Yeah. Well, so I used to cook. I cooked before I did real estate.
That was busy and stressful.
Oh, fuck
that was
yeah.
very busy and stressful.
But I loved it, man. Like, it was cooking was my passion, and it was fantastic. It's just there's no fucking money in it.
There's not really any way, right?
What do you mean?
Any way to, like, make it.
Well, so there is, but, like, you have to, like, either own your own restaurant or, like, a cart or a fucking any of that shit, like, or catering will make you some money, but, like, I wanted to be a physical chef, so I made it all the way up to sous, like executive sous, right? But then anything over that, you're in the office, you're not on the line.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
and I didn't want to do that.
Yeah, that's way different.
Plus, they also put you on salary.
Salary sucks.
Salary's bullshit. It's cool.
Talking about Jeannie, that was the other thing I realized I did not like when I came to this place.
Salary's the worst.
Yeah, at first I was like, salary's cool. You get paid regardless. Actually, it turns into not that. It turns into you just doing a bunch of random shit that you didn't want to do.
And you're now working for less than minimum wage.
Yeah. Now you're working Saturdays without pay.
Yeah.
Oh man, that left such a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
When I realized that's what was happening, I was like, okay. Yeah. So
I was making like $50 a year, and I thought it was fucking sweet till I'm there from open to close every fucking day.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's not okay.
No, that's rough.
Yeah.
But and so I've worked security at bars a couple times, like through college, and then worked at Genie and at a bar at the same time. And yeah, man, it seems like people in that industry are just there all the time.
Yeah.
And like, that would be so draining.
Yeah, it's fucking rough too, and it's so stressful. Like, you're cooking, you're doing this, you got order.
People are yelling at you and like.
Yeah. I mean, it's rough as fuck. There's just a bunch of felons back there too.
It's some very interesting interesting people, cooks.
They're going after it too. Like, I mean, I've been on multiple fights in the middle of the line, all that other shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never been. I've obviously never worked like somewhere like nice kitchen wise. It's always been
It
a bar.
doesn't matter.
It's just about the same.
Yeah. The only difference is we look nicer when we're doing it. We have
When you're yelling at
chef
each
coats.
other?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, and that's the thing too is you get into that, and the executive chefs are traditional, right? So they'll throw shit at you. Like they don't give a fuck.
Very cool.
Yeah, dude. I got in a fight. It's Zeus Cafe. I don't know if you know who that is. It's the Crystal Hotel.
Okay, yeah.
It's like Crystal Ballroom's across the street. But so it's like it's fine dining ish, right? And I'm in there, and the sous chef's in there, and he started arguing with me, so I'm arguing back, and he's like, all right, we'll clean up this mess. I'm like, you made that fucking mess, you clean it up. And so he threw a pan with like he had just flambéed some fucking shrimp. He throws it across the fucking kitchen and like hit me in the shoulder. And so I dipped the fry basket that I was at and just went and beat the shit out of him with it, like dripping with hot oil, dude. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, and then everybody in the dining areas has
also
no idea what's happening.
Oh no, it was an open kitchen.
Oh
They
my
could
God.
see us going at it, dude. Like, and they're like, "Oh my God!" Like freaking out. I'm like, "Fucking little bitch!" I'm just smacking this dude.
That is hilarious.
Bad. Well, at that time too, I was also like 22-ish.
Uh-huh.
Like it's still an open line, but we had these big long rectangle plates with like lines of Coke on it, all the way down these fucking things, and we're just like hitting it.
Like just behind the counter?
Well, yeah, you're just like, oh, I dropped something. Let's cook, motherfucker!
Oh my God.
It's got a lot of that shit in it too.
I am not made for that.
Yeah, it was intense.
I don't think I survived that.
Well, the funny thing is, one of the executive chefs is one of the ones who started. Like, I wasn't doing any of that. I didn't drink. I didn't smoke at that time. Nothing.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think I was drinking a little bit, but it was 23, so I quit drinking at 21. But yeah,
Quit drinking at 21?
Yeah, I quit drinking at 21. But so he actually came in and he's like, "Man, you're sloppy as fuck. Like, why don't you do the line?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like, I'm new."
He was like, "Do coke right now?"
Yeah, I was new, and he's like, "You need to get going. Like, just take a puff of this shit." And I'm like, "What?"
No.
I did it, and I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Just, I got everything done all at once, dude. It was fucking nuts.
That's such a different culture. That's so weird.
So well, that's the thing too. Most people are doing like it's a bunch of felons. It really is back there, like doing meth and fucking heroin, like drinking on the job. Like I don't know how many dudes I fired because they're just like in the walk-in, passed out.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude, like drunk as shit because we cook with alcohol too.
Oh yeah.
So we can just ask for a bottle whenever the fuck we want,
and
as long as it's the
notices.
right shit. Yeah, like so they'd be getting pounded. Like even an executive chef it's a spot in Camas. I'm not going to say the place, but he's an alcoholic, like hard. And we would start the day every day with a bottle of brandy because we're flambeing shit or whatever, right?
Yeah.
We'd have to get a new bottle every morning, and we used probably about a quarter of it.
Oh my God.
He owned it, so he's pounding this shit on the line. He's fucking getting shots and shit with the people at the bar. Like
I wouldn't be able to work. I'd just be useless. That is, oh my God.
Well, the thing is, it is so stressful, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes just having a drink or something, even if it's mid-shift, it's helpful.
Makes it easier.
But like getting plowed, not a good move.
Start knocking stuff over, like falling around and stuff in the back.
Right.
Oh
So
my
that guy was a real piece of shit. He was one of the first people who put me on salary, $32,000 a year. I was working 6 to 8 days, 80, 90-hour weeks, bro. Weeks.
How does
Open to close. Someone calls in, it's my fucking problem. Somebody like fucks something up, that's my fucking problem. Like it was just
that's aggressive. That is awful.
I learned some of the best shit from that guy, right? Like he was amazing at what he did when he wasn't fucking drunk. And it was interesting.
That's crazy. I imagine this is a heck of a lot better.
Oh, really? Well, I thought. I know there's some realtors out there right now, but like I did not know. You make a lot of money. So expensive things are not so expensive anymore. I mean, I've walked in an office and been offered some lines. Or like I've been in an office and he's like, "Oh, you want a shot?" I'm like, "It is 9 a.m. What the fuck is wrong with you?" He's like, "Well, this is my breakfast shot."
This is just what we do for breakfast.
Yeah, dude. Actually, this guy, he had like a bottle of Jack, right?
Yeah.
But that fucking $200 a bottle, but Jack. That sexy fucking... It was just expensive for no reason.
Yeah.
But he would sit there and he's making phone calls. And every time he got an appointment, he'd do a shot. And he got good. So he'd
Really?
be pounding this whole fifth every fucking day, dude.
And so you show up at showings and stuff like that? Or is...
Why not?
How does...
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you show up at showings and you're showing a house, and as long as you're not fumbling over,
Yeah.
which I'm sure he's done,
Yeah.
right? As long as you're not falling over, you're probably pretty fun to hang out with. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
hopefully you didn't crash on your way there.
Yeah.
But I've also been invited to some lifestyle parties. Yeah. I don't. You don't know what that is, huh?
No.
Okay. Well, it's a party where people are definitely fucking all over the place.
Oh.
Yeah. Maybe let me know it's that type of party when you invite me.
Yeah, show up and not realize that?
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
this is not expected.
We showed up and I'm like, those people are like really going at it on their couch. He's like, yeah, if you guys want a room, they're down the hall to the right. You want a drink? And I'm like, I think I want to leave. Like, I don't know what's happening. I'm not wearing my orgy undies. You know?